Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have a few questions. At the outset, nothing that I say is politically motivated. I guess when a politician is saying something, people naturally think it's political because it's coming from a politician.
Member, just straight to the question.
Yo, let me just say this real quick. I don't think Anju and his wife should be the speaker of no house, but her own. She's going to be biased and she's going to be hypocritical. And right here, we're going to see her lack of empathy. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, no statement, just go ask your questions straight, just follow the rules. In times like these, when emotions are running wild, right? You can show a little respect and empathy and just listen out to what the man try to say. And Joel's wife should not be in that position right there. Low on bias. No,
Madam Speaker, please. I have a mother that is in St. Anne. I don't have one in here.
Man say, whoa there, little lady. You got too much dip on your chip. Go easy, man. The womb when me come out and in your son. Saint Anne, they say, hush. Keep by your mouth. Bright and face. She know the manners, bro.
Member, question, please. Question, member.
Don't respond.
I am simply trying to set the context of what I am saying by saying that nothing that I have to say here is politically motivated.
Simple.
It's a simple point.
Yeah.
No, but there's not a reason and feel you need to say.
She ain't got no manners. She know the manners.
My first question, because I think we have to learn from what we do. My first question, in the preparation for the hurricane, when the initial allocation was made of $200 million, we were told that some of us constituencies were not included in that allocation of $200 million. We raised concerns because the system was bigger than the country, several times bigger, and clearly would have affected every parish. Looking at what happened, where Westmoreland was told that we're not a priority, and landfall was made in eastern Westmoreland, do we think that we have the appropriate mechanism in place to make the allocations for impending weather events like this?
Bro, you see, all right, it's a Santi. All right, they might get help with them need. Yo, that's ground zero right there. That's where it made landfall. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the lack of urgency. I don't understand what's going on over there, bro. That's ground zero. That's ground zero. And that's where you go. That's where you should have start. If you never start there, slowly make your way down there. It's been over a week now. We see favoritism at hand. The Jamaican people are blind and them not fool. And again, people, I do not belong to no PMP or no JLP. If me see clip with some PMP people I'm not like, I'm going to put it on the screen too and review it just like that. So nobody come to me, oh, Negus, you're real. Bro, I don't belong to no party, bro. One party, me know, and a rum punch.
Good question.
My second question. In the lead up again to the hurricane, we were told that the supplies would not get to the shelters until the system started and persons started going to the centers. Do you think that was the appropriate decision, seeing that we were preparing for a Category 5 hurricane, and naturally it would have caused disruption in access to get to the shelters? I could have made my points easier. Idea, an accurate count of the number of deaths that have occurred in Jamaica.
No.
Because based on my count from my own constituency, in the Darliston division, there are 12. In the Leamington division, 4. Betheltown division, 2. And 7 in the White House division, which is giving me 25. So do we have an accurate count as to the number of deaths that have taken place in the country?
No, they don't. They don't. They do not. People, he knows it. Them still a fine body right now. The citizens down there, literally, them are telling Jamaica, come and get these dead bodies. The girl say, our cousin still there in our house right now on the bed, dead like a dog, and a melt out in the mattress. It's when they take out the body there. Our skin, you see the skin where she lay down pan me for her side or pan her back. That I got left on the bed when them scoop her out of the bed, you know. Her rotten, she are rotten right now, you know. So when them come tell me about 32 days after, it show me say, uno nah do no work really. Because for uno, Hurricane Melissa gone how much days, I only find 32 bodies. Uno not really do no work.
Do we believe that the response to retrieve the bodies was appropriate? Because we've had funeral homes that had to come for some, and the community members had to bury others in Eastern Westmoreland.
See?
So do we believe that the response has been adequate to pick up the bodies?
No. No.
In terms of the response of ministries, departments, and agencies, how do we go about making an assessment on how we deploy personnel from ministries, departments, and agencies to constituencies that are affected? Eastern Westmoreland is where landfall was made, a Category 5 hurricane, the eye of it, so that carries the eye wall, went across the constituency, starting in New Hope to Darliston to Betheltown, and then over into South St. James. Total devastation and destruction along the entire constituency. Do we believe that enough personnel from ministries, departments, and agencies have been mobilized for a constituency like this, which is in fact the actual ground zero of the hurricane? My next question: do we think that the condition that obtains in the shelters currently is adequate? The Maud McLeod shelter in Darliston, the persons there are sleeping on the desk that are within the shelter. Not one mattress is at the facility. Females are there that are having their monthly cycles without any form of supplies being given to that center. 3-month-old baby in the center. Do we think that sufficient work is being done in the centers, in the shelters that currently obtain?
And the thing about it too, ladies, how do you feel? Put political parties aside, ladies. As a JLP woman, right? When you put that aside, how do you feel for another woman when you have the necessities a female need to take care of her monthly? How would that make you feel? Like that you feel cool within yourself or because them vote differently in a business? People asleep on desk, no mattress. So them lose them house, them barely get food, nowhere comfortable to sleep. And then probably I wear the same wet clothes with them inner since hurricane hit. Now each constituency get $10 million. I don't know how far that I got stretch. I see a man buy must about 4 pallets of water and some snacks and roast cream and 200,000 a man spend. How much you think that can help a community? Now Andrew Holness, he did say that it was just for like immediate responses, but all of the immediate emergency, I should say, but all of the emergencies are immediate, like food, clothes, shelter. Yo, people are see them thing here, you know? People are see them thing here when a blind fam.
There are over, by my estimation, at least 2,000 homes that are flat, not damaged. They are totally destroyed. The foundation is all that you see. Do we think enough is being done to provide shelter, food and water for those persons who have been displaced?
Nope.
I'm encouraged, Prime Minister, by some of what you have said. I'm encouraged by some of what you have said. Not being unreasonable, I'm encouraged by some of what you have said. The establishment of the points by the JDF is something that is long overdue, so that we can have access points across the constituency where you can airlift supplies to and then distribute from there, and that we can get medical personnel in place. The hurricane itself and the destruction that it has caused is a high-stress environment. To be hypertensive, have high blood pressure, and be out of your medication in a high-stress environment is a recipe for disaster. It's a ticking time bomb.
Right.
So those persons that are within Eastern Westmoreland that needs medical care, the centers have to be set up urgently in a way that the army can mobilize persons to the different communities.
Right.
So they can attend to persons. Right. There are at least 3 communities that are still maroon. And at Grand Gala, we see soldiers rappelling from the helicopters. It can't be just practice. Now is the real thing.
We got the brother here. And I see him think Triple X. I said, Triple X said the man name say, soldier set up outside barricade or outhouse in a less than a day. Them can set up them thing for the people them over there too. Let me tell you something. You see, if Anju honestly want urgency, he would have ball out urgency. You see how Vaz ball out urgency upon the reopening of the airport. If Anju Holness wanted urgency, he would have called for it. It's for me like Anju Holness, but I say, you know what? Me I round up everybody we have right now. Zine, meticulously scrutinize the whole squad. If we have, this is not the number. Maybe just a user number. We have 15 people in front of me. All right, cool. All fake number, by the way. 3 parishes affected. You know what we're going to do? Here, instead of all 15 with the right so 5, you go so. The 5, yeah, you go so. And you, the 5, yeah, stay right so. Only can't everybody a bungle up one place. People them a ball out say, oh, Zentia get all that help and roofs, Grand Boom, want to CM James, want to Portland, want to Westmoreland, want to Hanover. The people them say, well, go on. If it was not for these independent bodies, if it was not for these boots on the ground, people in Jamaica and people flying into Jamaica, a lot of these communities would have gotten no boots. No boots. Man, they can jump out a helicopter for Grand Gala, but them can't offer one helicopter over a community. I met the man them go to man drop down and issue out some food or drop down some food and Ersker. We see what is being made a priority. That's it. The Jamaican people are blind, fam.
Beast and Spring, which are Beast and Spring, the 3 areas that are maroon, Beast and Spring, and a community called Touch Valley, and there's another section there called Left Hall, and then you have Amity. up in close to the border with South St. James. PM, my own assessment, and I'm not a specialist in this, but my own assessment, looking at the damage to the housing stock, is that I believe that the only thing that I see that can quickly deal with it is the containerized housing solutions that come anywhere between 3,000 to 4,000 US landed and erected.
Member, do you have any more questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
Okay, please,
yes,
member.
Yes, I do.
Please, member, questions.
What is the possibility of us as a country putting a program together that will see us being able, and I'm sure the other members from Westmoreland will speak for themselves, but and surrounding areas, because Northwest St. Elizabeth is in the same category, you know. So it's not a political point that I am making, because the damage there is just as bad. What is the possibility of us being able to implement a program quickly where we can get some of those units erected, so at least we can get that mother from under the tarpaulin with her children? That is the current situation in Belmont and Bluefields and elsewhere across the constituency. We also need, if you want me to ask it as a question, when will we be able to have some repair done to the gas station facilities, so that when somebody says to me they're coming from Kingston, I don't have to ask them to bring me low sulfur, so that I can drive? When will we have some facility in place that persons can get access to fuel, so that they can, even the elected officials, that they can actually go to the communities? Madam Speaker, I have nothing but concern for the people that I represent. I don't care who they voted for. Not my concern at this time. I'm talking about the people and how they are currently living. Anybody who doubts what I am saying, take a trip for yourself. And if it doesn't cause you to have tears, then you are not human. Anybody that doubts what I'm saying, take a trip for yourself. If you think that I am just here grandstanding, take a trip for yourself and have a look at the situation. It is a total and complete disaster in eastern Westmoreland, and this is a cry for help.